morning, dear students. Today I am going to discuss about subject non-conventional energy sources. In that, we have seen already 2 units completed in the classes. Then now today I am going to discuss the unit number 3. That the name of having that unit is wind energy. So let us see about what is meant by the wind energy. So we very well known about that what actually the wind is defined as, and second one is what makes the air to flow, and third one is why the flow of wind is different at different places. So let us first define what is meant by the wind. So wind is nothing but the flow of air from one place to the another place, or the flow of air takes place from one place to the another place is known as the wind. Now let us consider the 3 conditions. So let us consider the first condition. In first condition, what happens? We have to consider the sun as the main source, and we have to take the area 1. Area 1 is nothing but your land. And what happens in area A1? Whatever the sun rays are falling on area A1, so what happens? The sun, due to the falling of the sun rays in area 1, means what? There is an increase in the heat energy across the land 1. So what happens once the air is heated? So once your land is heated, so the flow of air takes place towards the sky. So what are the observations we have seen in the condition number 1? The first observation is the air is warm in nature. Then second observation is air rising in the sky, and third one is the third observation is low pressure. In the condition 1, we have already taken the sun as a main source, sun as a source, and whatever the sun rays are falling on your land 1. So in the condition 1, we have taken this. So here is the operation takes place, low pressure zone operation takes place. So let us consider the second condition. In the second condition, what happens? We don't take the sun condition. So whatever the rays are falling on your area A2 is 0. So what happens? Once the sun rays are absent in this second condition, so what happens? Whatever the air is flowing in the area A2 is cold in nature. Area A2 is cold in nature. Then the cold air is present on land having a cold nature. So due to that, this zone consists of the high pressure zone. So here the pressure is developed as a high pressure zone. So from these 2 conditions, it is observed that the flow of air always flows from the high pressure zone to the low pressure zone. So that is nothing but the wind. Similarly, how the air is found in the sky or in the land. Similarly, we take the condition number 2. So we have take here the sea, and in the other parts we have also take the land as a area. So what happens in the sea? In the morning, what happens? The flow of wind takes place from the sea to the land. So how it will take place? So let us see. So in the sea, what happens? The sea in the morning section, the sea acts as a high pressure zone, and in the land acts as a low pressure zone. Why this kind of things are happening? Because what happens in the morning section? So in the sea, there is always a heat is more in the high pressure zone, and in the land in the morning section there is heat is low in the low pressure zone. So due to that, the flow of air takes place from the land to the sea, sea to the land in the condition number 2. Let us consider the condition number 3. So how the wind or how the air is flow from the sea to the land. sea to the land or land to the sea. We have already seen in the second condition the air or the wind is flow from the sea to the land. So exactly reverse phenomenon takes place while considering this. Here the sea acts as a low pressure zone at the night time, and the land acts as a high pressure zone. So what happens? So here the flow of wind is takes place from land or high pressure zone to the low pressure zone. So these three conditions required to study the wind energy. So how the wind is actually generated, or how the wind is actually flows from the. So from these three conditions we observe that the flow of wind energy is always from the high pressure zone to the low pressure zone. So these are the three conditions we have seen. Next one is, so what are the basic principles of the wind energy? So how we can study what is meant by the wind energy, and then next one is basic principle. Next basic principle, what happens? The flow of wind energy strikes to the turbine blades. So what happens? The turbine blades converts that turbine blade consists of the aerofoil in nature. Due to that aerofoil nature, the wind strikes that blades, and the blades rotates. Once the blades rotates, once the blade rotates means your turbine will rotate. So from that your turbine will rotate once again in the clockwise direction, and the turbine is connected to your generator. So the function of the generator is what? It produces the electrical energy, and this energy is provided to the sometimes we are connected to directly to the grid, or sometimes we can use for the load conditions. So this one is the basic principle for the wind energy turbine. So next one is what are the applications of this wind energy. So now we know that nowadays the wind energy is mostly used in the ships or in the boats. Then second application of the wind energy is to extract the water from the wells. So for that purpose we also use the wind energy, or to dry the cloths. So we very well know now in the summer season we are using this wind mostly for to dry a cloth. With the help of sun energy also we can dry a cloth, or with the help of wind energy we can dry a cloth also. So similarly, fourth application is for the production of the electricity. So we are using the wind energy also. So next topic is what are the advantages of the wind energy. So we know that the wind energy is always efficient in nature, and it is free from the pollution also. It is free from the pollution. And next one is there are some disadvantages of the wind energy. So first disadvantage is what? So we know that for the wind energy the flow of air is not constant. So due to that, so for that reason we want to require the gearbox. So next one is second point is it installed at a specific place. We know that the wind is not found always in any other place. So we have to install the wind plant at a particular or specific place is required. Third one is the wind for installation of the wind plants. It is very expensive in nature, because there are so many components are required, like the gearbox, etc. And fourth one is the blades are exposed due to the storm or the rainy season, due to the rain. So we have to always change the yearly or monthly the blades of your turbines. So these are the disadvantages of our wind energy turbines. Like similarly, so we know that so where is the wind energy installed? How the wind plants are installed in the world. So first one is Denmark. The Denmark having the 85% of the total energy is extracted from the wind energy. So Denmark is first country which uses the wind power plant, and depending on the total output power, we are the countries like Germany, Spain. The first country is China. second one is Germany, Spain and Denmark, and India is having the 5th rank in the wind energy. So nowadays we are extracting up to the 45,000 megawatts of electrical energy with the help of the wind sources. And in our Maharashtra states, so our first state is Tamil Nadu states, it generates near about 7450 megawatts of electrical energy from the wind. And the second state is Maharashtra state. So Maharashtra state is always producing the maximum amount of wind energy from the wind turbines or from the wind. So it is having average of up to a 4500 of megawatts of energy is produced from the wind turbines. So thank you guys. Hope you enjoy these sessions. Thank you very much. Stay home, stay safe.